Anytime you're working on any of the equipment, cut the pump off, okay? So what I'm going to do is open up this union here, and then I'm going to open up the bottom union, and then at the same time I'm also going to open up this relief valve and let all the water drain out of it. Get the water draining out. Okay. Right. Now that all the water's drained out, what I can do is I can just take it off. So get all this way unscrewed. This just lifts off. Okay. Get this one. You got to make sure they're unscrewed all the way. And these just need to be hand tight. Sometimes they do get a little bit tighter. You need a big pair of channel locks, but you know, most of the time they're just hand tight, and this whole unit comes off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my rubber mallet out of my truck, and I'll show you how to disassemble this. All right, once you got this off and it drained all the way with this valve open, you can take this, you can take the ball valve off. Just unscrew this union. This comes off. If you have a little bit of just dirt and debris in here, you can just put a water hose in here, shake it around and clean it out. But as dirty as this one is, I'm going to have to take this whole fitting off to be able to take it completely apart. So the way you do that, the best thing is for a rubber mallet, and it has an open and close on here. Close is clockwise, open is counterclockwise. So I'm just going to hit these edges here with the rubber mallet till it comes off, and it just unscrews. Okay, so take this fitting off there. And probably the hardest part to this is getting this away from the housing itself. So how I do it is I usually hold it with one hand, and I take my rubber mallet and I kind of beat on it. I alternate from this and this. It's better if you have two people to help you. But this is kind of why you need a rubber mallet. As you can see, it's starting to separate from the housing itself. And then it'll just fall off, okay? So now what I want to do is I want to wash all the dirt and debris off of the main unit here. So take the water hose, wash it out. That O-ring there is going to create a seal on the inside, so I make sure I want to get that good and clean. Just wash that out. You can actually run some water through it. Let it rinse itself out. And then we're just going to set that to the side for now, okay? So that's clean there. And then there's three parts to this here. This top little lid will come off. The bottom, I guess, little bevel, I guess, is always going to go to the downside. And then you're going to have one more little piece here that's going to come out as well. Okay, so now you can see we can really wash this thing out really good. What you're going to do is just going to clean it out real good. See all that dirt and debris that it caught? Okay, and then all this algae, I'm just going to either take a rag or my hand, and I'm going to get this as clean as I can, because algae in pools, even if you have a little bit of algae here, it's not good for pools. So some more in this little lip here. Rag's going to work a little bit better, but I don't really have a rag right now. So, but that's how clean it should be. It should be glass see-through clear. Okay, so also you're going to have to wash these other parts off. Get those clean as well. Okay, and the last piece here. Okay, so now that that's done, First thing to go back in is going to be this little piece. You can see on the bottom there's a little groove, a little U-shaped groove where it's going to stick in. So the curved side goes to the outside and it just fits in that little groove right there. Okay. Then we're going to take the top, and remember the beveled edge on the end, or the part that sticks out, is going to go on the bottom. Okay, so and then this top groove here, slot, is going to slide right over that first piece that you put on, and it has a rim that it sits on all the way around the outside, and it just, you know, sits on just like that. Okay, now the next part is just putting this on, and what I do, lay this on the ground, drop this in like so, and press down on it, and it goes all the way flush with it. What you want to do, make sure there's no gap in between the two pieces right here. Okay. Last thing is just to screw the lid on. Make sure you don't cross thread it like I just started. So screw it on, give it a couple taps with your mallet. Put your handle back on. You can actually put this handle on after you install it. It'll probably be easier. Okay, now we're just going to reinstall it back on the pump. So set it down on the bottom union and then the top. And what you want to do is you want to line these up to where they're even, and then hand tighten that, and we'll get the bottom union lined up best that we can. Hand tighten that. Now what you're going to do is open this up, hand tighten that, and then since we emptied everything out, we need to reprime the pump. So we're going to cut this pump back on so the water can fill up and prime the pump. You can leave this open to let it come out, and then you want to shut it off. All right, so now that it's clean, just opening this valve will clean it and flush it out each time. So you really shouldn't ever have to clean it just like I did, but people get lazy. I know it's going to happen. You're going to forget about it. You're going to come over here and it's not going to flush itself out. But if you flush this out a couple times a week, you'll never have to clean it. Now you can see how all the dirt and debris in it already. See how cloudy it is? And watch what happens when I release it. See how clear it just got? It already got clear. So all that fine debris is going to settle here. You empty it out like you should, you'll keep this clear, and your water in your pool is going to stay a lot cleaner without that fine debris in it.